It's just dinner, Emily said. I'll be home by 10. Promise? I asked. She laughed. Why do you always sound scared? I'm not scared, I said. I just miss you fast. I'll text, she replied. Relax. Those were her last words to me. I sat on the couch with my phone glowing in my hand. 10 o'clock came. I typed, "You on your way?" I deleted it. I didn't want to sound needy. 10:15 passed. 10:30. I sent, "Everything okay?" No reply. At 11, I called. It rang until voicemail. I hung up before it finished. She's busy, I told the empty room. She said she'd text. Midnight hit. My screen lit up with nothing. I scrolled through our old messages. Miss you already. Be safe. Love you, I whispered. Answer me, M. I remembered her kissing my cheek by the door. Don't wait up, she'd joked. I always wait, I said back then. At 1 a.m., my phone buzzed. My heart jumped. It wasn't her. It was a group chat notification. I muttered, of course. I tried calling again, straight to voicemail. Emily, I said after the beep, my voice cracking. Just tell me you're okay, please. I stared at the ceiling. Every sound outside felt loud. I checked the clock again. 1:45. I opened social media without thinking. I scrolled, slow and careless, until my thumb froze. There she was. Tagged. Emily stood under bright lights, smiling wide, a drink in her hand. Her head leaned toward someone tall beside her. Jason. I said his name out loud. No. My chest burned. I zoomed in like that would change it. His arm rested behind her back. Too familiar, too close. I whispered, "You said you were done with him." I remembered asking her once, "Do you still talk to Jason?" She'd shrugged. Sometimes, it's nothing. Nothing makes me feel stupid, I'd said. She replied, "You worry too much." Now the photo stared back at me, uncaring. I typed her name. I erased it. I typed, "Who is that?" I erased it again. My hands shook. Don't jump to conclusions, I told myself. It's just a photo. But my mind screamed louder. Why didn't she tell me? Why didn't she answer? At 2 a.m., I finally sent, "Are you with Jason?" The message showed delivered, not read. I sat there, phone lighting up my face like a spotlight. I felt small under it. I replayed our last argument. "You don't trust me," she'd said. "I trust you," I replied. "I just don't trust him." She rolled her eyes. He's my past. So am I temporary? I asked. She didn't answer then either. I imagined her laughing right now. I imagined her saying my name like it meant nothing. I pressed my thumb against the screen until it hurt. "I'm not crazy," I said to the room. "I'm not." At 2:30, she still hadn't read my message. I turned the phone face down. The glow still leaked around the edges, like it was watching me. I thought about driving to her place. I thought about calling Jason. I thought about screaming. Instead, I waited. I told myself, if she comes home, I'll listen. I won't accuse. The clock moved slowly. 3 a.m., the door stayed closed. My phone stayed silent. I picked it up one last time and whispered, "Just come home." She didn't. That was the night she left without a goodbye. I woke up and said her name without thinking. "Emily?" No answer. I checked the time. 9:30. I grabbed my phone and whispered, "Please be here." No messages, no missed calls. I walked to the bedroom and froze. Her side was empty. I opened the closet. Half of it was gone. Dresses missing. Shoes gone. Her blue jacket I hated was gone too. I laughed once, sharp and ugly. "You packed," I said. "You planned this." The bathroom felt colder. Her toothbrush wasn't there. Her face wash was gone. I stared at the sink and said, "You didn't even leave the cheap one." I checked the kitchen. Her coffee mug sat on the counter, clean, untouched. I picked it up. You forgot this? I said. My voice cracked. You forget everything else, but not this? I called her. Ring, ring. She answered. What? Where are you? I asked. I told you, she said, I needed space. You didn't tell me anything, I said. You disappeared. She sighed. You're making this harder. I woke up alone, I said. There's no note, Emily, nothing. I didn't know what to say, she replied. So you said nothing? I asked. Yes, she said, calm, too calm. Are you coming back? I asked. I don't think so, she said. My knees weakened. I sat on the floor. You don't think so? I need time, she said. Don't pressure me. I'm not pressuring you, I said. I'm asking if I still matter. She was quiet. Then she said, I can't do this right now. Do what? I asked. Talk to me? I need space, she repeated. You keep saying that, I said. What does it even mean? It means stop calling, she said. The line went dead. I stared at the phone. Hello, I said. Emily? Nothing. I called back, straight to voicemail. I laughed again, louder. Of course. I paced the apartment. You couldn't face me, I said out loud, so you ran. I called my sister. She answered immediately. Hey. She left, I said. What? Sarah asked. She took her things, I said. No note, no goodbye. Did you talk to her? Sarah asked. She hung up on me, I said. Said she needs space. Sarah went quiet. Then she said, That's not space, that's escape. Don't say that, I snapped. I'm sorry, she said, but you know it's true. She loves me, I said. She just panicked. Did she sound panicked? Sarah asked. I remembered Emily's calm voice. No, I admitted. She sounded relieved. That tells you everything, Sarah said. No, I said. It doesn't. You deserve honesty, she said, not silence. I hung up without saying goodbye. I slid down the wall and pressed my head into my hands. You promised, I whispered. You promised you wouldn't leave like this. I replayed every moment, every late reply, every forced smile. I wasn't wrong, I said. Every time she said, You're overthinking. I was just early. I opened my phone again. I typed her name. Nothing came up. I checked messages. Gone. I opened social media. Her profile wouldn't load. My stomach dropped. You blocked me, I said softly. I searched again. Still, nothing. I whispered, That's it then. The apartment felt empty in a way I couldn't fix. Her silence pressed against me harder than any words. I looked at the coffee mug again and said, You didn't even say goodbye. I realized then that closure wasn't coming. Only quiet. I wasn't looking for answers when Mark called me. I almost didn't answer. Hey, he said, you okay? I'm fine, I lied. There was a pause. I thought you knew. Knew what? I asked. Another pause. Longer. Oh, he said quietly, damn. My stomach tightened. Mark, I said, what do I know? He sighed. Emily and Jason, they're back together. I laughed once. That's not funny. I'm not joking, he said. I thought she told you. She told me she needed space, I said. That's all. She's been staying with him, Mark said, for weeks. For weeks? I repeated. Before she left? Yes, he said. I'm sorry. I hung up without another word. I stared at the wall and said, So that's the truth. I replayed every late night, every excuse. I'm tired. Work ran late. You worry too much. Each one felt like a blade now. I drove without thinking. I knew where she'd be, his apartment. I parked across the street and sat there, gripping the wheel. Don't make a scene, I told myself. Just talk. I knocked. Jason opened the door. He smiled like he'd won something. Well, he said, look who it is. Move, I said. Emily stepped into view. She froze. You shouldn't be here. I think I should, I said, since you never told me the truth. Jason leaned against the doorframe. You want privacy? He asked her. No, she said. It's fine. I looked at her. How long? She crossed her arms. Does it matter? Yes, I said. It matters to me. She looked away. Before I left. I nodded slowly. So every time you said you loved me. Don't, she said. You were lying, I finished. She shook her head. I was confused. Jason laughed. Man, don't make this dramatic. I turned to him. Stay out of this. He smirked. You don't get to tell me what to do anymore. I faced Emily again. You could have told me. I didn't want to hurt you, she said. So you cheated instead? I asked. She flinched. It wasn't like that. Then explain it, I said. She whispered, I didn't know how to leave. So you ran, I said. Jason stepped closer. She chose me, he said. Accept it. I felt anger rise, hot and sharp, but I kept my voice calm. This isn't about you. It is now, he said. Emily spoke softly. Please don't fight. I'm not fighting, I said. I'm listening. She met my eyes. I felt safe with him. I nodded. And I made you feel trapped. She didn't answer. That's enough, I said. I understand. Jason laughed again. Good, saves everyone time. I turned back to Emily. One question. She sighed. What? Did you ever plan to tell me? I asked. She shook her head. I don't think so. That hurt more than anything else. I stepped back. You didn't just leave, I said. You erased me. I'm sorry, she said. I really am. Sorry isn't the same as honest, I replied. I looked at Jason once more. Good luck, I said. You'll need it. He rolled his eyes. Whatever. I walked away before my anger could win. In the car, my hands trembled. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I said one thing out loud. I won't beg. For the first time, I chose dignity over revenge. Do something, my sister told me. You can't just disappear. I can, I said, and I will. That's not strength, she said. It is for me, I replied. I blocked Emily that night. I stared at her name on my screen and said, you don't get access anymore. When it vanished, something inside me steadied, not healed, just quieter. At work, Daniel noticed first. You're early, he said. I needed structure, I replied. He nodded. Pain loves chaos, discipline starves it. I started staying late, training harder, speaking less. When coworkers asked, you okay? I said, I'm focused. Daniel pulled me aside one evening. Anger? Yes, I said. Use it, he said. Don't let it use you. I stopped going to the places Emily liked, the cafe, the bar. I told myself, I don't owe memories my presence. I deleted old photos. I erased her number completely. One night, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Can we talk? The message said. I knew it was her. I didn't reply. The next day, Mark called. You hear about Jason? No, I said. He cheated, Mark said. Already. I exhaled slowly. Figures. Emily's a mess, he added. She keeps asking about you. I'm unavailable, I said. Daniel overheard. Good, he said. Silence teaches lessons words never can. Weeks passed. I slept better, ate cleaner, thought clearer. One afternoon, my phone buzzed again. I miss you, the message read. I locked the screen. Another message followed. I made a mistake. I said out loud, you made a choice. Sarah called me later. She showed up at Mom's, she said. And? I asked. She cried, Sarah said. Said you won't answer. I'm not punishing her, I said. I'm protecting myself. That's different, Sarah agreed. At work, Daniel handed me a file. Promotion, he said. I blinked. Already? You earned it, he replied. You stopped bleeding everywhere. That night, I stood in front of the mirror and said, You're still here. My voice sounded stronger, not proud, just real. Another message came. I'm alone. I deleted it. Then another. Please. I whispered, no. Mark told me later, her friends stopped calling. People notice patterns, I said. She asked if you hate her, he added. I don't, I said. I just don't need her. One evening, Daniel asked, You regret not taking revenge? I shook my head. Silence is cleaner. He smiled. That's growth. Months passed. Emily's messages stopped. Then one day, one final text appeared. I hope you're happy. I looked at it for a long time. Then I deleted the conversation thread entirely. Her name disappeared like it never existed. I felt light. I sat alone and said, I didn't lose myself. I realized something then. Revenge would have kept her close. Silence let me move forward. While she unraveled, I rebuilt. And that was justice enough. I didn't expect to see Emily again. When she said, Can we talk? I almost said no. 5 minutes, I said. That's it. She nodded like she was afraid I'd vanish. Thank you. We sat across from each other. She spoke first. Jason's gone. I know, I said. Her eyes widened. You do? Yes, I replied. I stopped caring why. She swallowed. He cheated. I figured, I said. She looked down. Everyone left after that. I warned you once, I said. You didn't listen. I know, she whispered. I ruined everything. I leaned back. Why are you here, Emily? I needed to see you, she said. I needed to say it out loud. Say what? I asked. That I lost you, she said, and I deserve it. I nodded slowly. Go on. She took a breath. I thought I wanted freedom. And? I said. And I got loneliness, she replied. Silence sat between us. She asked, Do you hate me? No, I said. Hate takes energy. She flinched. Do you miss me? I answered honestly. I missed who I thought you were. Tears filled her eyes. I was that person. No, I said. You pretended to be. She wiped her face. I made a mistake. You made a series of choices, I replied. She whispered, I thought you'd fight for me. I did, I said, until I realized I was fighting alone. Her voice shook. I was scared. So was I said. I stayed anyway. She leaned forward. Can we try again? I shook my head. No. Why not? She asked. Because I'm not broken anymore, I said. She looked at me like she didn't recognize me. You're different. I had to become someone you couldn't walk away from, I replied. She cried softly. I never meant to hurt you. But you did, I said, and I healed. She reached for my hand. I pulled it back. Please, she said, I need closure. This is it, I said. She nodded slowly. Say something I can remember you by. I thought for a moment. Love isn't leaving without a goodbye. She closed her eyes. I wish I'd known that. You did, I said. You ignored it. I stood up. I hope you find peace. She looked up. Do you think I will? That's up to you, I said. As I walked away, she called my name. I didn't turn back. Outside, I breathed deeply. I'm free, I whispered. For the first time, goodbye didn't hurt. My phone buzzed as I stepped outside. It was Sarah. Did you see her? Yes, I said. Are you okay? She asked. I'm calm, I replied. That's new. Daniel called next. You chose silence again? I chose myself, I said. He chuckled. Good answer. I walked past the cafe we used to love. I heard Emily's voice in my head. Remember our first date? I remember, I said aloud. I just don't live there. Another message came through, Emily again. Thank you for listening. I typed, take care, then deleted it. I put the phone away. I ran into Mark on the street. She talked to you? He asked. Yes, I said. And? He pressed. I walked away, I replied. He smiled. You won. I didn't compete, I said. That night, I sat alone and spoke to the quiet. I survived. I remembered begging once, please don't leave. Now I said, I'm enough. Emily's face faded from my thoughts, not erased, just settled. I looked at my reflection and said, you kept your dignity. The room felt lighter. My chest felt open. I turned off the lights and whispered, goodbye. It finally meant something. Before sleep, I said one last thing. I forgive myself. No one answered. That was fine. I closed my eyes and felt steady. Tomorrow would come without her. And I would still stand. I smiled and said, this is closure. The silence agreed. I slept without regret. Morning arrived quietly. I welcomed it. The past stayed behind me. I stepped forward, finally whole, finally free. That was my ending. And my beginning. I chose peace. I chose me. That choice saved my life. I never looked back again. The end now.